Hi, my name is Koku with blackfilm.com, and I am here with Vince Swann, Brittany Inge, Briyanna Guadalupe, and Theodore Barnes. They are stars of the Emmy-nominated Miss Pat show. Thank you guys so much for joining me.
Thanks
for having us.
No, it's so great. So again, I'm gonna talk to you first, Theo, because I've spoken to you before. You know, how do you feel now in season 2? You know, how do you feel about the development of your character? It seems like you're still kind of getting, kind of smacked around a little bit.
No. I feel good. Smacked around is a broad way of saying it, but no, I feel good. The family is, we're coming together slowly but surely, and we're showcasing it, and I feel great. There's nothing to complain about. We're all growing. Junebug's growing. Yeah, for sure. I'm feeling good.
No, I'm teasing you, but so let me go to Brittany. With your particular character, it's a pretty heavy theme, and especially with somebody like Miss Pat, she's very conservative, but you've opened up her eyes, and then you're dealing with a particular situation. Because I've watched the whole season, I loved it, guys. I'll tell you that I really did love it. And you're trying to work through your own problems, but then you do realize that she really does have your back in a way that you didn't realize. So let's talk about, isn't that interesting to see that a lot of times family will really do love you through your issues or allow you to work through your issues, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say that Pat is conservative where she wants to be. I would not call her a conservative person, but she,
Right.
The parts of her that are a little bit closed off on, things she doesn't understand. Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a real journey for Ashley and Pat as they continue to let each other into, or I should say, as Ashley continues to let her mother into her life after having come out to her. And the way that they're able to really be there for each other, support each other, and show each other that the love really is unconditional. Even if I don't understand everything, or as Ashley, even if I wish you could understand, or if I wish you could do a better job of being more accepting, or, keeping up with the things I'm teaching you to say and do and be, and you're not keeping up with them. Even if you can't be all of that, Mom, I still love you. And the same love is reciprocated, from Pat back to Ashley. So it's all about that unconditional mother-daughter love at the end of the day.
And Briyanna, it's a very interesting role that you play here, because your character Janelle, she is kind of really trying to, she's that person that wants to kind of let people know, like, hey, listen, we're talking about, we want a Black love. Like, actually, in fact, being in Indiana, you kind of wouldn't expect her to be that kind of way. So talk about your role and trying to work through this family that just seems to casually be like, girl, what you talking about? And you're just trying to be like, hey, listen, y'all need to be a little more aware of the issues and the problems, and so that's
Yeah, no, I totally hear you. I mean, it's fun because every family has that, where you have that person who's kind of loud and rambunctious and kind of goes off to the left, and you have the other person who's trying to tell you, like, look, this is actually the way you should do life and be, and it might be a little bit annoying, but I think it's nice to see that through all this chaos in the house and everyone has their own issues, that she is kind of that voice of reason and tries to balance out the family dynamic, but also trying to figure out her own way, her own teenage life and what she wants to do next, and kind of get into a little bit more fun stuff with her siblings and really figure out who she is and what that dynamic is. But it's always fun to play Janelle because she's that, that firecracker who's going to say it how it is. And she gets that from her mom, you know what I mean? But she also gets that level-headedness from her dad as well. And so I think you just continue to see that and she's trying to find a way to just balance her family out, but be there for them because she loves them.
I think what was smart that they did with Janelle was that particular episode with the names. And it's like you start off saying, like, okay, this person's good enough. Then this name, right? So that was very important. I think that was very important. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. And the writing of it too, it's fun to see how the progression of Janelle has been from the pilot through season 1. And now everyone will see through season 2, her trying to still figure out what that is and might make different choices because of how everyone views her. She's trying to figure out, well, maybe I don't have to be like this. I could be more fun. I could do like step outside the box and try this too, when maybe it's not really her, you know what I mean? But her family definitely influences that in her to try different things.
So Vince, of course, I have to talk to you too. So Brandon decides to get a job. You know, something happened in the family. I know he's like, yes, Brandon finally got a job. Something happened, you know, kind of kicked that up. But you know, I for one, I definitely love the dynamic between Brandon and Junebug. It's a lot of fun to watch, but also how he stepped in and was able to be serious and really be a man, right? When it came to Auntie Denise, right? And in her moment of just needing somebody to be there. So there's definitely a duality to him that is often not necessarily like people don't expect to see it, but he's as every bit of really a stand-up dude. You know, he's not just, you know, the older brother in the basement. Right. So talk about that.
Yeah, with Brandon, he may not have a lot of book smarts, but emotionally he's highly intelligent. He knows when to step in and to be that support system for his younger brother, for his mom, for his dad, for Aunt Denise. And even though he may not have everything up here, he has everything in here. And he knows and he's willing to be there for others. And he is willing to be there for himself, but he will put others before himself to make sure that, you know, he just wants everybody to get along and everybody to be happy, man.
No, I really truly love that about the series. Do you guys yourselves have favorite episodes, maybe without giving anything away?
Yes. You mean for season 2 or just in general?
Well, let's just say in general. Let's start with season 1 so that people can kind of go back. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the pilot is one of my favorite episodes, specifically because of the whole school shooting thing. That topic is something that I've dealt with and wondered about and have had concerns. So when I read this script, it was really relatable for me, and that was an actual fear of mine. So it was nice to see that we were talking about like real things.
What about you, Theo? Because you've been quiet.
For season 1, I would probably say the episode where you know, Miss Pat's first baby daddy is.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, you too. Okay.
Because everybody's fantasy of how you know that would go.
Right.
You know, we got some over there, we got it here, up, down.
Yeah.
So that one was definitely my favorite for season 1.
Yeah. Very theatrical. That's what I loved about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I really appreciate you guys. And one of the things I was just telling Miss Pat and Jordan is that also with this show, all of the children, like a lot of times a show will have people that are children that are kind of like accessories. They're just on the show. But everybody here has very fully formed personalities and everybody's very integral to the script. So I love the way they wrote everybody in. And it's like we can relate to somebody is us, right? Like in some part, in some portions. Like, I don't know if all the way that Brandon is us with I would have did his job, but you know, I'm not gone there yet. You know, maybe yet. You never know. But no, I really appreciate all of you guys, and it's no question that this show is Emmy nominated because of you. You know, there's no question about that. Again, my name is Koku with blackfilm.com. I'm here with Vince Swann, Brittany Inge, Brianna Guadalupe, and Theodore Barnes. Theo, Miss Pat did say you still her favorite. You still her Junebug. She did say that. Okay, guys. Take care. If you want to see more content like this on blackfilm.com, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell.